Hello, welcome all. So today we are going to see the Google drawings. So Google drawings is a drawings that just like the MS Microsoft Paint, but it is more than the Microsoft Paint. So first there is a main differentiate between the one Microsoft Paint and the Google drawings. I'll tell you the later. So first we'll look the basic tools that are useful uh, in the Google Drawing. So first one is the file. So under file, the main thing that we have to look is page setup. So here we'll have different kinds of page setups. So in order to make an A4 size drawing, so that we can use we can give the details that are belongs to the A4 size thing, and we can use that. Okay. Next one is edit, the undo redo options. We have to look at it, and the zooming options. So if you want to focus on details, like if you want to draw a minute things, macro things, okay, sorry, micro things, okay, then you have to zoom in and draw the micro things. Okay. Next one is the ruler. This is the ruler and the guides. And next one is image insert. We need to understand, and text boxes, shapes and table, it's, and the charts, the lines we need to look at. Okay. And this is also the word art which we normally have in the where the MS Word. Okay, MS Word, right. Next, these are all deactivated, so it will get activated according to the necessity. For the this will get activated when we use the appropriate what we say, the appropriate things, like. Okay, so let's see the basic things, the basic drawings. So this is the we can say this is the quick access toolbar, which we have the shapes, the arrows, callouts, equations. See, we have plenty of shapes, arrows, and callouts, equations. So this is the text box, and this is the line, and this is the select. So this here we have the zoom. Okay. And to insert any image, we can insert it from here, or just copy the image and paste it here. So this is the vector. So where we actually draw things. Okay. The check boxes one. Okay. The check mat. This is the vector. Okay. Now, so let's draw something. So see, so as I have told you that the one differentiate between which I have observed in Google Drawings and the MS Paint is, so if you draw something in MS Paint, so if you want to, resize the shape, so I have resize the shape, then you can do it only when it is selected. Okay. When it is selected in the beginning of the drawing itself, in the beginning of the shape itself, you can do it. Once the shape is deselected like this, then you can't make the changes in the MS Paint, Microsoft Paint. So in order to, we can't make any changes once it is selected. But here we can again select it and resize it. Resize it, move it somewhere else like that. So this kind of options we don't have the in Microsoft Paint. Okay. Now, shapes we have. So, and we have basically a some 3D dimensional shapes, which like this. one is this, and this is the can or the cylinder, and one more thing is bevel. Okay, we have these three. So let's see. I'm going to make a small box out of this. I mean, so you can see this. So this is not looking what I'm supposed to do it, right? So in order to make it look as a box, so there is need to be little changes, that this lid has to be come up, right? So right click on the thing that which you want, right click on the shape which whatever you want to bring it front. So order next, bring it to front. Okay, now the in my point of view, the lid has to be in my point of view, the lid has to be little smaller than the base of the box, right? So looks like this. Yeah, and you can even have the small patterns on the box if you wish to do it, like have the smaller what we say, smaller circles. So in order to make the smaller circles, it's a minute thing, right? The micro thing. So we'll just zoom it. Okay, like this. And we have the scroller here, scroller bar, scroll bar. So using this, we can make this minute ones. Now again, okay. Now, so I want so after completing the, this is the one object, okay, right? This is the box. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to group it. Okay, so grouping means making the one, I mean um grouping all the shapes. So we have used the two shapes, right? I have grouped both the two shapes. Okay, now it become one, so that we can able to move it, I mean resize, expand, or something like that. So we can do such operations, such functions we can do. Whereas these are the two rectangles, but I didn't group this. See, I didn't group this. So if you want to, I mean, resize it, like expand or enlarge it. So you can do it, but only when you select both like this. You have to drag from one corner to the end, right? Like that. But here you just select this and you can resize it. Okay. This is the grouping and this is the non-grouping thing. Okay. Now I'm going to, this is the, so the pointers, like, so if you want to label the things, so you'll just do like this. Okay, and there are different kinds of pointers. Okay, see, so this is a kind of pointer. Look here, if I select this, so you have the end and this, I mean the starting one and the ending one. Okay, this is going to be the start, I mean the pointing one. This is going to be the where we write the where we give a label. Okay, so I want this to be arrow. Okay, arrow end. So this is that, and this is a normal thing. So you can change whatever you want actually. So see, this has the actually this has the arrow one by, but I used, I mean I changed it to diamond. Okay, now so this is the elbow connector, curve connector. See, this is something like this. So curve. So you can, after it, you can even change the curve using the midpoint. Okay, like this you can do it. And we can also have the indicating point to the curve. Okay, now next one is this is the curved connector, this is the curve. So see, I can draw endlessly. Okay, like this. Click the point like this. Like this you can draw it. But make sure if you want, there is one thing that we need to always remember, which is when we are using the curve, so I want to, if you go up, you have started with one click at one point. Okay, now you're moving straight. You have a long stretch, right? Long, lengthy line you have. Now when we are going, when you actually click at one, at point B, then see you have the long curve, right? And also the line which is also moving over here, right? So in order to, and you want this line to be straight. In order to make it straight, what you have to do is, so have the little, the very little points. The points should from, you should have the length between first click and the second click should not be the length, lengthy. It should be closer. Okay, so better if you actually do it when you want to get a sharp curve, like to get something, some kind of this, you have to have a little um like this. So we need to make sure that we are following with, or we are giving right breaks for the curved line. Okay, next this is polyline. So this is something like, you can look at the shape. Now I have this shape, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a cuboid. Okay, now let's see how to make a cuboid. So these are two different shapes, right? Two rectangular balls. So now look how I'm doing with the polyline. So it's not like curved. I mean the curved line. So this is completely different, right? Right? So this is how we can make. We can make the use of this polyline. Okay. Next scribble. So you can have something like that. With this, we can also find in the MS Paint, Microsoft Paint. Okay, this is the shape and the text box, as we all know that. And you can even edit it later if you wish to edit. And next, insert. So insert images. So you can directly search from the web or from here itself, and or you can just upload if you have already in the computer. Okay, or in the drive too, or the photos, whatever. So now the another thing that I'm going to show it now is what we say is a tracing out. Tracing the object. Okay, so we can, if you want, for example, if you want to draw object, so we, unless we are a good at art, we can't draw it, right? So in that case, we have another thing that we can actually do this method. Using tracing method, we can actually draw the jug. So we also, so this is the jug I'm going to draw. So now I'm copying the image then pasting it here. Okay, now this is the jug. Now I want to zoom in. Okay, now I'm going to use curve. Look, and one more thing that you need to analyze yourself is the we need to think of the breaking points. What I mean to say the breaking point is the parts. I mean, when we are molding any object, when we are molding any object, what we actually do, the complicated objects when we are molding, we mold it like separately, right? So then later we stick, right? So we need to follow those kind of things here. See, it's already indicating that, yeah. Now, again, I'm going to start with handle. We already know that how to group what the two images or the two shapes, right? So at the finally, we are going to group these things. See, I need to draw here itself inside, but I'll do it later. So wherever it is you think it is appropriate and necessary point, there you give a click, okay? Just clicking and moving. Click and move. Click, move. So when you get a curve, complicated curve, try to decrease the length. So click it in a shorter distance, okay? Now I'm going to go along. So the one that I drew in the first, so that going to be the inside of the jug, right? So this will be the outer side of the jug. What I actually doing is I would like to one minute. Now this is the one, and click on select. Now send this back. Order, send to back. Sorry, send backwards. We got this one, right? Now again, send this to back, right? Now we need to draw this. This is behind the whatever we actually draw the outer structure. So this is already, it went to back, no problem. Now what we need to do is again take curve. We are left with this, right? We need to do the handle part. Okay. Now Okay, we are done. So again, select. Now I'm going to delete the image. So now this is our image, right? Our jig that we traced. So like using this, you can trace whatever you want. So I'm going to give white over here, and this going to be a transparent color. Okay. Now this going to be what some gray. So in the gray, if you want that glassy thing, okay, so you have the gradients. You can use whatever you want to appear it glossy. Okay, now this white. See, we have actually the entire thing is one body, right? So this is the another portion, so that's why it's appearing gray. So I just made it white. So later we'll have to work one of the part over here. We need to work on that. Now we are done with the jug. Let's zoom it out. Okay. Okay. Now fill it down. Now we are going to group this. Okay. Group. Click on group. Yeah. And we need another jug too. If you want another jug, so just make a copy of this, copy and paste. Okay, if you want to actually, I mean, this shoot actually faces this one. I mean, if you want it to be opposite side, so then you do this, the flip horizontal. So it looks like this, right? Now we have the two jugs. So in order to have a little space, you can move and like this. Or if you want to rotate, if you want to show any pouring action, you can just do this. Okay. And here I have previously I have talked about told about the minute things, right? So let's create some minute things. Like now we are going to create a water falling from the top of the jug to the bottom. Okay, let's see how we can actually create it. And in order to that, I need to zoom in, so I did it. And I'm using curve, so make sure that you don't touch the points, just move uh, beside the points. Okay, now, so I have already told you that we are going to get long curve if you have the lengthy line without any points. So make sure that you have enough points. Okay, now done. So I'm going to color this, and the same outline also, the same color. Now this is how it looks. Now again select. Now zoom out. Yeah. So this is how it looks. And what else? So this is the vector I have already told you. If you want the vector, if you want to have a background color of the vector, this is actually transparent now. If you want to fill it white, you can actually fill it white. Okay. So this is the one. If you, I have already told you, right? The three shapes. So you can, using this, you can actually do things like this. Like this is the height of the, now I would like to send this back. Okay. And let it like this so that it actually be on the, on this bar. Okay. Now this is the one. So you can create whatever you want. And so this is all. Thank you. Hope you like it.